You are now checked in to Stand Up New York Labs. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
All right, let's start. What do you want to do? Start
Here we
22.
go. Oh.
I just licked the mic. 25.
25.
26. 26.
26.
You want to start?
Yeah, I'll start.
You start.
Hey, we're here Tuesdays with Stories, everybody. I'm Mark Normand. That's my good old buddy.
Joey List.
Yes. Oh, boy. So much to talk about. No guest. We got too much to get to. The
Yeah.
guest would only get in the way. So, I don't even know where to begin. We have a list on the wall of just stories to get to. Man, you guys.
See.
First, I got to say this up top. Good to see you, Joe. You were out of town. Good to have you back.
See you.
And, boy, thank you so much. You guys are listening. We got some numbers cooking. Holy moly. No one saw it coming. We have such low self-esteem. This is a huge shock.
We have numbers that I'm almost confident they're lying. They have to be lying.
I'm getting high fives on the street.
It's
People are giving me gifts.
the number they gave us, 8.4 million listeners
Crazy.
last week. 8.5 million. Every single person in New York City listened
Yeah.
last week.
I got an email from Joe Biden. He sent me an email. He loves it. All right. We're doing
I
okay.
put Stephen Hawking in one of these last week. He's loving it. Oh, no, but we do have, people are listening evidently. I don't know. These guys might be lying to us and we look like assholes because we're high-fiving with our shirts off and
Oh, yeah.
chest bumping. But,
But it's working. My confidence is up.
yeah, I feel great. I got is that Becky in there? Oh, get out of here. Are you one of the 8.4 million? Oh,
Oh,
thank
hey.
you.
We
I
have one
appreciate it.
female listener.
Oh, boy. We've gotten rid all the homosexuals and African Americans are out.
That's a done deal.
We bled them right out of the
Not that we want them out, but they
listenership.
don't want to be in.
They hate us.
Oh, yeah.
No, we want them. We need them.
Please.
Uh,
Our
it's
newest sponsor, Soul Glow. All right.
Oh, boy. Well, it's great to see you, pal. This
You
is one of
too.
those good ones where we haven't seen each other
Yes.
in quite a while, so it's exciting. And, boy, I missed you. I was in Norway, and you get alone in that hotel room with a little jet lag. I was crying.
Is that right?
I was sobbing, and then
Jesus. I don't know if that's normal. Sobbing.
it's Norway. Not
Hey.
sobbing, but just glassy-eyed, you know?
Oh, I get that.
I haven't sobbed in a long time. When's the last time you sobbed?
Oh, I remember.
Do
ready
you?
for this?
Hit
It's,
me with
it's a doozy of a story.
I got one, too.
Oh boy, I'm almost embarrassed to tell. But my brother was in the Peace Corps, and I went to go visit him in Africa, in Guinea. Not even New Guinea.
The old Guinea.
The old one.
All right.
And so me and my parents were out there. We decided if we're going to Africa, we might as well make the most of it and see.
Get AIDS?
Well, go to Egypt, go to every little place. Whatever.
Morocco?
Morocco, we went there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in a hotel in Morocco, jet lag, 18-year flight. I'm in the hotel, and I'm sleeping on the floor. My parents are up there, and I had just been dumped by a girl. And I was, fine with it. I was 18 or whatever. And I remember laying on the floor. My parents were sleeping. My dad is snoring. I'm laying on the floor of a hotel in Morocco, sobbing, just crying my eyes out. I don't know where I am. No one speaks English. I'm with my parents.
Right.
Brutal. That was probably the last time.
Yeah, traveling and the girl, it builds up, and you get sad, you get lonely. I told the story before.
Yeah.
Last time I sobbed was in Milwaukee with Sam Morrill. It was we had co-headline, big poster of him with Sam Morrill. He was in comedy 3 weeks.
Oof.
I was 11 years in, drunk,
Yeah.
just sobbing.
Sam Morrill has led to a lot of sobbing.
Yeah, mostly from Asian women who he calls a plethora of slurs.
Yeah.
But so I was in Norway, but I got emotional because you're in the hotel, you're jet lag, and then you have such a. This happens to me. This happened to me in Montreal too. You have so much fun sometimes that when the fun stops and it's just you, I get overwhelmed, like George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life. I'm just
Right.
I have all these friends. I don't know why people love me so much. We have great fun, and then you're by yourself, and it was a stranger in a strange land was happening. But
Norway doesn't seem like a smiley place.
it's the second highest suicide
There we go.
country. I think mostly because of the weather, but they're very rich, a lot of money, and it was real fun. But I was so jet lagged. I was telling you before, We got there and then went to bed, which you're not supposed to do with jet lag. You're supposed to just live your day like you are from that country. But we didn't. We slept 2 shows. The girls are beautiful, but everyone kept telling me, the girls in Norway, you're going to get laid. They love Americans. Giannis Pampas is our buddy. He's like, you're going to fuck every girl. You just say hello and they blow you right there. They love Americans. Not one girl flirted with me. Nothing. I was like 2 days in. I'm like, what's going on here? Why is no one?
Maybe that's where the suicide kicks in.
Yeah, I think that's why I was sad. But I was talking to this one girl. This woman looked just like Mick Jagger.
Ooh.
Exactly like Mick
Is that
Jagger.
good or bad? I can't tell.
She walks away. And then this other girl, I was like talking to this other girl, I'm like, that woman looks exactly like Mick Jagger. And then this girl's like, well, here in this country, that's not really a compliment. I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to compliment her. I'm like, there's no, what do you think in America? I'm just like, hey, you look like Mick Jagger. Oh, thank you.
Oh, wow.
You look like a 71-year-old elderly, almost dead rock star.
Yeah.
I'm like, how about Little Richard? How do the girls feel about Little Richard? Yay or nay? Can I tell them they look like Little Richard?
Right. Yikes.
So yeah, I talked to a couple of dames, and then one girl did, the credit card swipe that guys do.
I love that.
Yeah, you do it a lot. And this girl did it. She called it the butt plug, and jammed her thumb in my ass.
Wow.
Drunk girl in like stiletto heels, could barely speak English.
Good looking.
No, she looked like Snooki, but if Snooki was like 6'4", they're all very tall over there.
Okay.
She yells butt plug and like direct hit.
Wow.
Thumb right in my asshole.
Eee.
And I lost my shit. No pun intended.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, that's a fucking violation of my privacy. Imagine if I did that to you.
Yeah.
Imagine if I just jammed my finger in a girl's stink hole.
That's assault.
It's assault. It might be battery as well.
It might be.
I believe it's battery. It's for sure. It's battery.
It's one of them.
It's both, I think.
Yeah, assault and battery. Not a bad Halloween costume.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, you go as a shaker and a Duracell.
I like that.
Not
that's
bad.
Fun. Yeah.
That's topical.
So anyway, she jams my, when this comes out, it's going to be December.
Yeah, that's true.
She jams her finger in my ass. Then she's like, let's go to your hotel room. It's like a group of girls. She's like, we'll drink the booze at your hotel room. And I'm like, well, you're not going to drink my booze. It's expensive here. And she goes, no, we work at hotels. Just tell them you didn't drink it. That was her big move. We drink all the booze, and then when it comes time to check out, I say, by the way, that booze, that's empty. I didn't drink it.
Not me.
She's like, it works. And I'm like, it doesn't work. And she's like, it works. I work at a hotel. I'm like, well, I stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, aside from staying in hotels, you can't just take things and be like, I didn't take it.
Right.
That doesn't work.
Who took it? Oh, that girl who looks like Steven Tyler.
Right. The girl with the stinky thumb.
Right. Stinky Thumb. Great rock band.
So, the Stinky Thumbs, of course.
Yeah.
From England.
Good times.
So then we're all at McDonald's. It's like me and Krista Stefano and a couple.
You're in Norway? You go to McDonald's?
It was the only thing open. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And so we had to go to McDonald's, and it's different meat. It's like different food there.
All right.
So we're at McDonald's. We come out, and these girls, like I said, the girls are like, let's go to your hotel room. We'll drink there.
Oh,
and then one of the girls is like, can I bring these 2 guys? And then like this crowd of people, there's parts, and it's like these 2 dudes just sitting aren't like these like sexy looking Viking dudes.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't bring these people into my hotel room.
No, they don't even look like they want to come.
So this girl, in a 3-second period, stuck her thumb in my ass, came up with the idea to steal my booze, and then invites Vikings into my hotel room.
Now, why you? How did this all happen with you?
Well, because it was after the show. They wanted to hang out with the girl. And I was like, no one's coming back to my hotel room. Boo, boo, boo. I really laid down the law. I got a girl. And
Right. It's so funny how it's all about the show. Like I've gone to places and hit on girls and just zilch, nada, not even a smirk, a smile, a smooch.
Right.
And then you do the show, and then people are like, oh, hey, we should hang out. Let's do something. And I'm like, same guy.
Yeah, I barely get that.
Oh, really?
But without that, you're dead. Every sex I've ever had outside of high school is from being a comedian. And essentially in high school, you were a comedian. You're the funniest guy.
But I'm the saddest guy in the club because I'm going around going to these girls like, did you see the show? No? I'll see you later.
Right.
They're like, yeah. I'm like, hey, I'm the guy.
Right.
Yeah. That's the only way in.
Yeah, you need to see him. I don't know. I had no idea how I would ever get laid without an act. Karaoke. I got laid doing karaoke one time.
Wow, that's tough.
Yeah, I really brought the heat. Did I ever tell that story?
Lay it on me, brother.
I got laid. This woman was at the show, actually. Wasn't really interested. She's just like, oh, I saw you at the show. Walks away. Fucking is at the bar. Then I do the karaoke. Rip it. I'm a good karaoke singer. I don't know if you've ever seen me in action.
I've seen it. That's pretty good.
I'm really something. Well,
Bruce Springsteen.
Hesitated a little bit there.
I was going to say something mean as a joke, but then I was like, I don't want to crush him.
Yeah, I mean, karaoke. I don't joke around about karaoke.
Exactly.
Jesus
Why
Christ.
would you?
make fun of my act before you make fun of my karaoke.
Yeah, this guy, Thunder Road, get out.
I don't do Thunder Road. I do Born to Run.
Lock the
Thunder
door.
Road. What am I, an asshole? Jesus. Thunder. If you do Thunder Road at karaoke, kiss my grits. I'm a Born to Run man. Anyways, I got a couple getting laid karaoke stories.
Wow.
This one girl, I've gotten laid twice from karaoke.
What? That's unheard of.
Once was on the 4th of July in Charleston, South Carolina. The girl's name was Joey. I fucked a girl with the same name as me.
I kind of like that.
And it was pretty hot. I sang Born in the USA on the 4th of July, brought the house down. I was
Yeah.
underage. And the girl comes up to me afterwards. She was hot. And she just goes, I don't care what you say. I'm coming home with you.
Whoa!
And I was like, well, I say yes. Let's go now. And she's like, no, end of the night. It was like 10.
Wow.
Then we parted. Like, she was just like walked away.
Oh, no.
We walked away, and I was just like, all right, I don't know what's happening here. Like, 2 hours later, she comes back, and she's like, all right, are you ready?
What?
Didn't even want to hang out, just wanted to fuck me.
I love that.
That's how good it was. Amazing.
Why don't more women do that?
I don't know, but that's what I need. It's so a girl to
Yes.
be like, I want to fuck you.
Right.
Even then, I'm still like 50-50.
Because, ladies, you got to realize there's a fine line. Like, women are like, how come no guy hits on me? How come no guy approached me? One, because you're mean as fuck when we do. And two, because then you call us rapey. You're
Right.
picturing a guy you like coming up to you.
Right,
you know?
right.
So it's tough. So I don't know why women don't do that. It's 100%. You're going to get laid.
It's a hell of a limb, too. You're really out there. It's very nerve-wracking.
It's quite a limb.
You never want to be the guy. I tried writing a joke about this. It's great to be the guy that gets laid, but it sucks to be the guy trying to get laid. Everyone can see it.
Right.
That's my whole life is just sitting around pointing out people trying to get laid. You're like, look at this asshole trying to get laid.
But you know what the problem is? The guy who tries the most gets laid the most.
That's right.
So you got to try. It's
yeah,
the only
yeah.
way.
There are the people. There's some people. There's one comedian in particular that I'm thinking of, but I won't say his name. But people are like, how the hell does that guy fuck all these girls? I'm
Right.
like, that's all he does.
That's
He's
his whole
trying
life.
to get laid 100% of the time.
Right, right.
So you can fuck. You can if that's all you do,
The numbers.
you can do it.
Yeah, the chances go up.
So, anyways, Joey and I, we go back and fuck. I can't remember how well the sex was or anything, except that she had the same name. And also, I was thinking about Uncle Joey from.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, cut it out.
Cut
I think
it
I said that
out,
a couple
yeah.
times during the sex, and it was fun.
Do you have wood?
Oh, I forgot about that. Ranger Joe.
Thank God you got that.
Word?
I was on a limb for a moment.
I think I might have just nailed that impression, by the way.
Oh, I should have
Word?
missed
Nah, that's the first one. Play it back, folks.
Well, cut that in post.
Yeah, I think I nailed it. Anyways, so I fucked her. And then the other karaoke one, I've told this story before, but I don't think on this podcast. This is in Boston, did karaoke. We go back to the hotel room. I'm having sex with this girl, pretty good. I'm on top and stuff. And
Oh,
fucking
boy.
her. And that's going well. She's into it. And then she does something like this. She's like, yeah. Oh, yeah. And starts bawling.
Oh.
And I'm just I'm slowing down my pace, of course, and I'm like, what's going on? And she was like, I'm married.
Oh, boy.
Says she's married, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, so I'm just sort of like, so what? And she goes, in a crying voice, she goes, you might as well finish.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Sweet girl.
Yes.
And so I was like, all right. So I did like a couple more pumps, but now she's really bawling, and you
Yeah.
can tell she's trying to roll into the fetal position, but I'm on top of her.
Uh-huh.
So she's just like crying, like whimpering and just sobbing. This is another
Oof.
sob story. And so I had to stop. I'm not into
wow.
that. It's hard for me to enjoy sex if the girl's sobbing.
You're a human being.
One of those guys.
Yeah.
So then I rolled over, but I was already having sex. I was into it, so I had to finish. So I just started masturbating. She's rolled over in the fetal position. The whole bed is shaking because she's crying, and I had put one of the quarters in the bed. So
Yes.
just shaking, and then I'm masturbating, and I have to like finish masturbating till like the sound of like snot dripping. She's like,
Oh, my God. So you're rock hard.
yeah. So I finish off or whatever, and then I fall asleep. It's like 3 in the morning. I'm drunk, and she's drunk, and we fall asleep. I wake up, and the sheets are soaking wet. And I'm like, what? Why is everything soaking wet? What the hell? I roll down the covers, and she's pissing, I assume, a second time.
Uh-huh.
She's in the fetal. It's just squirting out like projectile urinating.
Is that right?
Yeah. Second pee of the night.
Squirting.
Yeah.
Holy
just peeing
moly.
out. She's blackout drunk. We're both blackout drunk. you
Yeah.
know? And so I get up and I'm like, this is gross. I'm soaked. And I grab my keys and shit. And there was $4 on her desk next to her purse. And I took the $4.
You're damn right you did.
$2 for each time she peed on me.
Yeah.
That's a good rate, I think. $2 a pee.
That's a steal.
Then I left, and then I found out I left my key. I said keys. I left my car keys in the hotel room, so I had to go back to the hotel room. But luckily, she had checked out, and they were at the Lost and Found.
Oh, thank God.
So karaoke lay, and somewhere this woman exists. She was from Indiana. She fucking married chick,
Wow.
and probably she thinks about me every single day.
I bet she does.
Poor gal.
And she's probably not only did she cheat on the husband, but just you peed on a guy.
Yeah. Pee.
That's
She woke
brutal.
up in her own pit. It was like a business trip. And it was all because karaoke.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I'm
it's,
good at karaoke.
it's the gateway.
Yeah.
Holy, well, I've peed on a lot of girls in my day, but I was always there to apologize.
Oh, I think you meant you got the thumbs up.
Oh
They
no.
wanted to-
I've never had the wishful peeing. It was always an accident.
Have you ever had a peed on a girl? Had a girl pee on you?
Never
and
had-
sexually?
Not on purpose. No.
I had my girlfriend in high school. We were in we took showers together, and sometimes not even sexually. We just wanted to conserve water, or whatever. We wore bathing trunks or whatever.
that
we were
right?
no,
Oh,
but
jeez.
we would shower together, and she was like, "I gotta pee," and I was like, "Pee on me. I want to see if I'm into
Yeah.
this." And I almost threw up.
Really?
It was like syrupy.
What?
Yeah, it was like a thick pee. It was like it must have been a bad one. Maybe she was in I don't know, something about cycles or
Asparagus,
whatever. I don't know
yeah.
what it was, but it felt warm. It was like hot.
Oh boy.
And I hated it. I was like, ah! It felt like I got, sand down my pants or something.
I don't think shower pee would bother me.
That's what I thought. But then
Yeah.
it was like a hot
That is
thickness to it. And
weird. Well, what about the jellyfish syndrome?
well, have you ever done that?
No, never been stung.
I stepped on a thing one time in Long Beach, California, and I thought my foot. I cut my foot, and I'm a hypochondriac. I'm a bit emotional, and I ran home to my buddy's house, and I was like, my foot, I'm bleeding, I'm dying. I think I'm gonna die. And he was like, I read if you piss in a thing and soak your foot in piss. And so I pissed in one of his pots, and then soaked my foot in piss with piss in his pot. And then he got home and he looked at it and he was like, "This is like a scratch. Like I stepped on like a rock or something." So I just ruined his pot and put my foot in piss. But hey, I'm talking too much. Where were you
sorry.
this weekend? For
Oh,
God's sakes,
jeez.
where were you? What's up here? I'm 9 stories in. We're almost out of time.
I just want to say, when I was a kid, I used to pee on my feet in the shower just for fun because I heard that. So I was like, hey, if I did get stung, this will fix it.
Right. You're prepared.
Yes.
I've been peeing in the shower since I was 4 years old. Never looked back.
Shower pee, I'm pro. I don't get why everyone's so mad at it.
No.
And I'll pee in a pool.
Well, that's. Hold on. We're gonna cut and we'll re-record. We're gonna talk off air for.
You
a
don't
couple
pee in the
minutes.
pool?
What are you, crazy?
I wait to get into the pool to pee.
Well, they have that purple ink that comes out.
That's a myth.
I think it's a wives' tale.
Oh, yeah. Old wives.
Yeah.
That's not true at all. I've been waiting for that purple all my life. I'll tell you one thing though. There's a water park in Louisiana called Blue Bayou, and the wave pool was one of the funnest parts, but it was bleach yellow. Like you just couldn't even avoid it. Like you couldn't even pretend it wasn't just crazy yellow. And if the whole time if you're in that thing and you get a wave, it is just whiz. That's all it is.
Wow.
It's insane. Couldn't avoid it.
I've been afraid of public pools my whole life because everyone would just say that's where everyone pisses.
Oh yeah, it's bad news.
Yeah.
But
bad news bears.
the rides are fine because it's constantly flowing.
Right.
You know, but I'm sure there's people urinating all the way down those chutes.
Yeah, that's where they probably urinate the most. People are a
Exactly.
little nervous, get the nerves out.
I'm sure there's been some boom booms happening mid-ride too. I mean, those rides are scary.
I pissed on a Ferris wheel one time because I was scared.
Ooh, did it drip down?
I don't know. I pissed my pants like hardcore. My cousin Jamie was really sweet about it. He gave me his sweatshirt to tie around my waist. I tied it around backwards like an apron, which is embarrassing. And then there was just a huge piss stain in the Ferris wheel. And it was weird because I was so young, but I didn't remember pissing. I just looked down and it was there. It just happened.
Yeah.
I was afraid of heights and I just lost it.
I was a big bedwetter. Boy, bedwetting shaped who I am.
Yeah.
A lot of it because it's traumatizing as a kid. Sleepovers.
Yeah.
I remember one time, I think I've told you this, but I slept at a friend's house. It was like a big sleep of like 9 of us. And I slept at a friend's house, wet the bed, very common for me, woke up, all the guys were standing above me.
Oh, man.
Hovering, watching me, like just looking at
Like
me
an
sleep.
operation.
Yes, exactly. Junior mints. And so I'm sitting there, and my eyes open, and I was like, I immediately felt the wet, cold. I see all them. And my friend goes, whew, this is harsh. Buckle up, folks. My friend goes, why do you do this? In front of everybody. It was fucking traumatizing. Why would I? I like the attention, trying to cool off. What are you insane? I got a problem. I just woke up. This is the way to wake up? How about a cup of coffee? I'm 8. So,
That's brutal.
Brutal. And then the mom comes. She's like, "Hey, break it up." She like pulls me out of there. She's like, hoses me off like an elephant. She gives me some of the husband's clothes, so I'm wearing like a cardigan and bell bottoms. Oh, brutal. But yeah, I've had some bad. One time I slept at a friend's house, wet the bed, of course, and just sucked it up. You wake up at like 5, and we had to go to camp the next day. We had to get at camp for like 9 or 10. So I was just up since 5, like trying to wring out stuff and standing by the AC.
Right.
And I was just in piss-covered clothes the whole day. I wouldn't let anyone touch me because I was soaking wet all day. I reeked of urine. Finally, my mom came at 5 o'clock and picked me up, and I was like, "Thank God you're here! I'm
Right.
covered in whiz."
Oh boy, that's scary.
Yeah, wetting the bed. I've peed on. I only do it now when I get hammered, so I've peed on a couple one-night stands.
Right.
Which is brutal because you're disappointed at night, and then you're like, well, we'll just go to bed, and then it's disappointment in the morning.
Right. Being a kid is brutal. There's nothing you can. I had a weird like skin thing on the back side of my head. I don't even know what it was called, but it would like. It was like dried up. It was like if you stuck hair gel on your head and then never took it off. It was like dried up.
I think I had
chunks.
that.
I could like peel pieces off.
Yeah, it was
like,
white.
I don't know if it was white. It was like
No.
attached to my skull, and you could pick it off like booger. It was like a dried up booger.
Oh,
I
whoa.
forget what it was called. I have to look it up. And it would get stuck in my hair, and I was so nervous about people seeing it
Uh-huh.
that I would look everyone in the eye, like face on.
Wow.
So like they couldn't see the back of my head because I was so nervous about it. And I would sit with my head back there.
Uh-huh.
And then I remember one time my guidance counselor or something being like, "You're a good kid. You look people right in the eye. You're like a
Oh,
stand-up
wow.
guy." But really, I was scared to death, and I would just be shaking, looking at people's eyes because it's very nerve-wracking.
Interesting.
And it was just so they couldn't see my fucking shitty booger head.
That's kind of funny because I have a thing like that where I don't really smile.
Yeah.
I don't smile because I had braces for 6 years, and I had like train tracks, like the doozy, metal mouth. So
Right.
and people are always like, "Why don't you smile? You're a comedian. You don't even smile." It's because of the braces.
Yeah, I cover my mouth when I smile because I had braces and I have shitty teeth now. I failed at wearing braces.
Yeah, what happened there?
I don't know. I think my wisdom teeth came
Uh-huh.
in and fucked them all up. So like people are like, you should think about getting braces. I'm like, I had braces.
Right.
I fucked up.
Wow.
I failed at wearing braces. I'm the only guy I've ever heard of that happening to. I have,
That's
I have to get
interesting.
braces a second time.
Yeah, they're the worst.
Yeah, I got braces as a Christmas gift.
Oh, that's like a short story, like a Dickens.
Yeah, for my birthday, I got a tetanus shot.
Yeah. Holy moly.
That's a joke. The line I wrote. I used to do that as a joke about getting braces for Christmas, and then I was doing some writing with my friend Tom Dustin, and I was like, "I got it, tetanus shot for my birthday," and I was like, "We fucking died." I'm like, "That's an applause break." We were crying and high fiving. You
Yeah.
never got anything. Bombed every time.
I'd bring it back.
Maybe I'll try it again.
I've had a couple of those. You bring it back, it hits.
Yeah, true, but I don't even do the bit anymore. It's years ago.
So-
Where were you at? Were you on the road? You were somewhere.
I was on the road. I went to Atlantic City, baby. Woo! The Borgata open.
2 weeks in a row at Bruce Springsteen songed
Oh,
cities.
wow, you're right. I did Youngstown, Ohio.
Youngstown and Atlantic City.
Yeah, how about that?
Pretty good.
Boy, I'd never been. It's a doozy. It's a real place. It's got big stuff and lights and all that good stuff.
Monopoly.
Yeah, crazy night. We took a like a stretch whatever out there, and it was great. And Schumer bought us all this huge dinner. It was crazy Italian place, drinks. Got the works, appetizers. Something's going well when you're getting appetizers and dessert.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because like we never do
Three
that.
course,
Yeah,
yeah.
we go in, we get our food, we get out. But it's like,
I don't-
oh, we're doing this.
I would never go to either of those things.
No.
Just give me the meal, and
Dessert's kind of a waste to me.
I don't understand dessert.
It's not good.
You eat it later. I just ate a meal. Now I got to have chocolate. Let me have dessert in a couple hours or something.
But see, I don't have a sweet tooth, so for me, I'd rather eat the dessert first, and then the meal is the special, the spaghetti or the whatever.
Right.
To me, that's more fun. But what are you gonna do? So we eat this crazy meal, then we go to the show. It's at this place called the Music Box, great venue. Like 1,000 people, sold out, and we bump into Carmen Lynch. Just bump into her.
Wow.
Yeah, just out there. So she comes backstage. There's beers flowing. Everybody's in a good mood, high fiving. Did a set, and then we all went to the club after. Schumer got the bottle service. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, the success, man. It's wild.
I would love to have success. Well, we have success. We have 100,000 listeners.
Hey, that's true.
But man, yeah, that would be fun. I thought of a funny joke, and I missed the thing, but we're such dear friends. I want to tell you the joke.
Please.
Yeah, I like to get dessert, but I digest.
Hey, I like that.
It wasn't bad.
That's not bad.
Not worthy of bringing it back. We probably should cut that out in post.
No. We're keeping that in. That's the name of the episode.
I digest.
Yes.
Write it down.
Oh, yeah. But here's the thing.
Hit me with it.
I've been trying to quit, like, not quit drinking, but cut back on the booze.
Right.
Ooh, I got a story about that. I try to cut back on the booze, so I haven't been drinking a lot. I've been so busy. And so I was like, you know what? I'm in AC. I'm getting hammered tonight. It's all free. And I just went to town And yeah, at one point I was kind of going in and out of blacking out, and at one point I look around, it was all of us at the club. I blink my eyes, it's just me dancing with strangers. I don't know where all the friends went, all the people I knew were all gone. Everybody met up with somebody, and I was like, geez. So I like try to dance with some people, and they all punched me in the face, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll just leave. Blink my eyes again. I wake up on the hall in the floor on the hallway of my hotel. I don't know what room I'm in. So I'm just kind of like, shit, it's dark. I don't know what room I'm in. I'm just wandering up and down, like looking at doors. Maybe something will stick out.
Right.
And nothing sticks out, so I have to go downstairs and be like, hey, I lost my key. And then they gave me another key, and I was in the wrong building.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know where I was. So that's the scary part about booze.
Yeah. That sounds like a behind the music story.
Right.
I woke up and all my friends were gone. It was like a
Right.
It sounds like the beginning of a Springsteen song.
It's like a metaphor, yeah.
Yeah, and then he goes into Atlantic City, and
Yeah, so here's a fun little nugget.
I love nuggets.
So I said, all right, well, I'm cutting down on the booze. Maybe I'll try this weed thing out a little bit. I've smoked weed before, obviously, a million times, but I've never really bought it and had my own.
Yeah, me either. It's very rare.
It's very rare for me. So, I had nothing against weed, but I was like, I'm going to try it. I got to take some edge off, and I'm not going to booze. So I talked to a couple guys at the Comedy Cellar, and they're like, oh, yeah, go to the Village Wah. Joe Schmo, whatever, he sells weed every night. So I go up to Joe Schmo. I'm like, hey, can I buy some weed? I'm very nervous. I got my collar up, sunglasses on. It's 2 a.m. And he's like, yeah, what do you want? I was like, just, the smallest amount. He's like, well, I got 2 for $30. And I was like, sounds...
2 what?
Sounds great, yeah.
2 weeds?
I don't know, yeah. I thought he was going to hand me 2 potted plants. So I was like, yeah, sounds good. So I hand him $30, and he hands me like a pouch of something in plastic. And I was like, all right, great. And he turns around, and I walk away because I figured, hey, we're doing drug deal here. I got to get out of here.
Right.
So then I get home, and I get a call later from Justin Silver. He's like, where the hell did you go? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, the guy has your other weed thing. You only took 1. And I was like, oh, it was 2 for $30.
Right.
So I was like, well, you just get it from him, and I'll pick it up from you later. He's like, all right, whatever. So the next night, he's like, hey, I'm at Eastville Comedy Club at this time. Come meet me. And I was like, all right. I had 6 spots. So I do all my spots. I finally meet him at Eastville Comedy Club. I get the weed. I put it in my front pocket. I run out to do another spot, take a cab, get to the spot, goes well, go home. I'm excited about my new weed. Left at the cab.
Oh, jeez.
All that for nothing.
That's worse than leaving a phone in the cab.
Well,
I guess
the
you're
weed
right.
doesn't have the, baby pictures.
Right.
I don't even have a baby, but
Gotta have those baby pictures.
yeah. So
Here's what you gotta look on the bright side. Here's my Buddhism. How about the person that got in that cab? Probably drunk, long night, late night. They sit in there, boom, bag of weed.
See, that's the problem with Buddhism. I hate that guy. He's got my weed.
No, he's a great guy. Good guy. He's happy. You made that guy happy.
I guess I made him happy, but I had to be sad for him to be happy.
That's the I Ching.
I Ching?
I don't know if I Ching is a thing.
Is that a Street Fighter character?
I'm not sure, but that suffering, there can only be happiness if there's suffering.
I know, but shouldn't I suffer and then be happy? How come I can't have both?
One day you'll get in a cab and there'll be a big old bag of weed in there.
So this is one of those, they're all connected things.
Yeah, interbeing.
Interbeing. I Ching, folks.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Email us at tuesdayswithstories@gmail and say something nice if you would.
Cha-ching.
All right.
Oof. I'll get that in post.
We were talking about the food, the dessert, and the thing.
Yeah.
I had quite a meal 2 nights ago.
Norway?
Can I tell you about it? Norway.
Please.
We're back in Norway. So we're there, and we're in a very fancy hotel room. They put us up and everything. It's nice. That's like one of the richest countries, or maybe the richest country. Everything there is twice as expensive as here. So you go to McDonald's, it's $20.
Wow, weird.
And then their money system, they have the kroner, and it's like 6 to 1. So like if you buy like a coffee, it's fucking 30 kroners or whatever. Then their shit's twice as expensive. So like you go and I'm like, I'll have a Big Mac, and like it's fucking 350 kroners, and you're like, oh Jesus Christ, whatever it is. Anyways, it's a real fancy restaurant. They give us a gift card to the hotel restaurant, which is like a 4-star restaurant.
Yeah.
It's like for 400 kroners, which is like, $60, $70 or whatever. They give each of us once, me and Chris DiStefano and Phil Hanley. DiStefano's only there for a day, so he gives me his card.
You gotta love that.
Beautiful. It turns out it's closed on Sunday. We're there Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
It's closed on Sunday, so Monday's my big night. It's my only night I have to eat at this fucking place or whatever. So I go down there. I walk in. I got $100 free food or whatever. It's real fancy, and I'm like, "What's the specials?" It's some cod thing and reindeer.
Whoa!
So I'm like, I'm in Norway. I gotta do. I'm a very picky eater, you know me. But I'm like, I'm gonna eat reindeer. I gotta do it. I got free money. I was like, and then I did like the triple check. I'm like, these are gonna work, right?
Yeah.
They gave me these because if I don't, I'm fucked. I don't have 100 kroners,
Good
whatever.
thinking. I would not have done that.
So the guy's like, yeah, you're good. You're good to go. I'm like, give me the reindeer. I was like, I've never had it. I'm ready to have it. I'm excited. And the guy's like, well, he was really good. He's like, you're American. He's like, you've never had it. He's like, you might want to try it. Why don't I bring out a sample for you to try it?
Ooh, I like that.
Which was good because I'm nervous. I get nervous with foods. I'm like, what if
Right.
I hate this? I just have this $100 meal and I don't eat any of it. Mm-hmm. So he brings out a sample, 3 big slices, like bread slices of fucking reindeer.
That's a sample.
Big. It's like a fucking dish.
Huh.
And it's bright red. If you ever had a reindeer, the phones are lighting up. Bright red. It's like a thick red. He's like, it's going to look like it's raw, but it's not.
Maybe you got Rudolph.
Yeah, I just ordered the nose.
There it is.
The hoof.
Oop, the phone stopped lighting.
Right. By the way, I just ripped off my buddy Tom Dustin's joke. So if you didn't like it, email him.
Oh, boy.
If I got a laugh, I totally would have kept it as my own. Anyways, the hoof was mine, though. All right. Anyways, that's good, fellas. Anyone? So they give me these pieces of meat. So I eat it, enjoy it. It's very tender. It's delicious. Bright red. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm eating reindeer. He comes back over. He's like, what'd you think? And I'm like, well, I loved it, but I ate so much. All I wanted to do was say I ate reindeer. So like now that I've had the sample, I'm like, give me the steak.
Right.
I'll have the steak. So he's like, all right. So now I have my reindeer. I'm excited.
I know what's going to happen. I'm getting nervous already.
Oh, what do you mean?
I think I figured it out, but keep going.
No, nothing crazy.
Oh.
So he comes over with the steak.
Jeez. What am I listening for?
He's got, now there's 3 big pieces of steak, and then there's a thing called beef cheek. You ever have beef cheek?
I've heard of beef cheek. I never thought to get it.
It's the cheek of the beef, of the cow, but he chews so much that's like the toughest meat. Big old chunk of his cheek, and not the butt cheek. So I have the beef cheek, there's mushrooms, and you know me, I never eat anything. I just ate it all. I'm like, fuck it, I'm here, I'm eating it. Eat the steak, it's fucking delicious. Great meal. So now I've had the steak, the reindeer, and he comes over and I'm like telling the story. I'm like, I'm crying. I'm like, this is like amazing. I've never eaten anything. It's like a big moment in my life. He's like, well, if you're feeling really open-minded, why don't you have the whale?
Whoa!
And I was like, well, I can't have any whale. I was like, I can't afford it. I don't know. I've already eaten. I don't want to
Yeah.
order more. And
You're probably full, too.
yeah, I'm full. Yeah, I just had a bunch of beef cheek. I had potato. They had applesauce in there, and there's a potato and steak and fucking reindeer. So he comes over with the whale. He goes, compliments of the house. Just gives me whale.
Get out of here.
Gives me reindeer, gives me whale. I was talking to this one guy, I told this story the other day, and this guy was like, you had a whale? I'm like, well, I didn't eat a whale.
Right.
I had a piece of whale.
But you've had you've eaten 2 animals that I've never seen in real life.
Never seen a whale.
I've never seen a whale.
Wow, I've never seen a reindeer, but I've seen a whale.
I've never been to SeaWorld or anything.
Next time we're up in Boston, we'll go for a whale watch.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's fun.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll have a good time. Whale watches are fun, too.
Is
Anyways,
it?
I think so. You
All
see the
right.
fin? It's a nice boat ride. Good air.
Oh, it's a boat ride. Okay.
What'd you think it was a fucking...
I thought it was a balcony.
Where do you think they live? In the pond?
I don't know. That's why I was so impressed. I thought it was a hell of a balcony.
A balcony. Yeah, they're at the fucking Orpheum Theater.
They're judging the
I mean,
show.
we could sit in the mezzanine if we want.
Oh, we got to sit in the box seats. The whales took the balcony. We got to change seats.
Hilarious. No, it's a boat. You get on a boat, they take you out. Oh, one time, I got a great whale watch story. I'm digressing. I'm digesting, if you will.
Digesting.
Who remembers? Woo! If we ranked the 900,000 people listening to this, who's having the most fun? I got to be in the top 300, I think.
Possibly.
All right.
I'm in the lower back half.
You're in the back of the balcony.
Yeah, damn whales.
One time I was on a whale watch and this old lady pissed her pants. It all comes back.
Hey!
And we sat behind her. I couldn't stop laughing. I was like 15. I cried. They had to take me out of there.
Yeah.
I was crying, laughing. This old lady, it was just dripping out of the bottom of her seat.
Oh, boy.
And like, I wasn't at the age where you feel bad for old ladies pissing themselves.
Right,
I was at the
right.
age where you almost piss yourself from laughing at the old lady pissing herself.
Oh, how great would it have been if she was like, I'm married! Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. We are having fun.
I'm
We
back
hope
in
you
I'm in
are.
that middle meaty area of who's having fun now.
All right, we're back.
I'm working my way up.
So anyways, whale watch, old lady pisses. We missed all the whales. We were just watching this old lady piss her pants. So wait, where are we? They've been the whale.
Reindeer whale.
I ate whale.
Yeah.
And then it's like black. It's like a really dark black. It's like eating a fucking baseball glove.
Wow.
But it tastes like meat. It's like a tenderish meat, and it was delicious. So I'm enjoying this. I'm having this moment where I'm like, this is real life. It was my 10-month anniversary of sobriety. I'm 10 months sober. I'm getting a free meal. I'm eating reindeer, steak, whale. And then it hits me. I'm like, what if I get violently ill?
Ooh.
Just throwing all these meats and sausages.
That's possible.
So then I'm like, I'm going to get sick. And now I'm worried about that. I'm drinking Pepsi out of a wine glass, which is fun.
That is good.
The guy comes back and he's like, how is it? I'm like, it's all good. It's all great. Boo, boo, boo. And so then I'm like, what if I'm scared I'm going to get sick. And he's like, meat is meat, my friend. And I was like, all right, yeah, why not? Meat is meat, I guess.
Very profound.
So then my check comes. It's 360 cronies or kroners or whatever, kilobits.
Yeah.
I got $800 of the gift card. So I'm like, I'm leaving the next day. I'm like, can you just make this as a tip?
Wow.
The gift card?
What
They
a
don't
man-
even tip there.
What?
So the guy's like, what do you say? He's like, what? You get more drinks, get dessert. And I'm like, well, I don't drink, and I'm full, and I already had a thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, can you convert it to cash? And he's like, let me see. He leaves for like a half an hour.
Wow.
Comes back, and I'm like, there's a chance he's going to come back with 300 kroner. I'll just have money. I'll get paid to eat these things. He's like, I can't do it. He's like, but I leave it a tip. It'll disperse across the restaurant. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. Do that.
Right.
Waitresses start coming over, these hot waitresses. They're like, thank you. They're bowing at me like a Mother Teresa. So I ate my whale, I ate my reindeer, I ate my steak, and then I was a hero.
You're a god.
They carried me out of there.
That looks great for America.
Yeah, exactly. We look like good Americans. I go upstairs, 5 minutes later, my asshole turns into a blowhole of its own.
Oh, man.
Complete reverse of Pinocchio. The whale wanted out of me.
Oh.
And I am shitting. It's spraying exactly like a blowhole. I even jumped out of the water and sprayed it. And there was like, I look over, a bunch of Asian people with cameras in the balcony taking
Shut up.
pictures.
They're whale watching?
Whale watching.
Literally.
It wasn't bad.
Whale shitting. Holy moly, that's brutal.
Wild one. Crazy. But then I was scared. I'm like, what if I'm going to die here? I'm going to have the worst diarrhea. There's just one shit. One time only.
Oh, that's not bad.
OTOTO. One time only.
There it is. Wow.
And that's when I was texting you. We had a heartfelt text back and forth.
Yeah. How's that money-wise? Are we all right on text prices?
Well, because I was there, I had Wi-Fi, and the
okay.
iPhone to iPhone, it just becomes an iTouch.
Right.
So it's free because I had everything off.
Thank
and,
God for that iTouch.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, one time I did a show at the Poconos, and Schumer didn't want to eat the food at the restaurants there because that's what it's come to. And she's like, I got all these food vouchers. Here. So she gave me like $300 in food vouchers. So I was like, all right. So the only thing that was open was the shitty American restaurant, it's like a diner theme.
Right,
almost
right.
like an Applebee's.
Where was this again? Poconos.
Poconos, yeah. And so I go in there and I'm stuffing my face. I get like the milkshake, I get a beer, I get a Coke, try to spend as much on drinks. Then I get the soup, the salad, a quesadilla, meatloaf, piece of cake. I'm trying to get everything. And I'm just feeling like ass, and I've only spent like $80. I've got $300. So I look around, it's just a sea of blue-haired old ladies.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make it rain vouchers on these geezers. So I just go up to old ladies, and I just start handing out vouchers, and they're like, I'm like Wayne Newton. They're like, oh my God, oh man, I love you. Like touching me, holding my hand, praying, doing the sign of the cross.
You look a little bit like Wayne Newton.
Oh boy, I don't know how to take that.
Take it well.
Dunkashane, darling, Dunkashane. Yeah, so, passing those vouchers, you feel like a king. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, the best. Oh, I was hoping this was going to be, and none of them worked, and they all,
Well, then I went upstairs, and one of them peed on me. I don't know. But they were old. That's for damn sure.
Oh, boy.
All right.
There's been like 3 themes running through all of this.
Yeah.
Peeing and so I'm checking my notes because all these things happened. I got solicited sex by a large black prostitute in Norway.
Ooh, do tell.
Only black. Oh boy!
And you just got back from a foreign land. I'm sure you got a lot of good stuff. Let's hear it.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm trying to throw them out there, and you're making me chuckle. The whole thing. I got an erection here, and
Oh yeah.
I'm on hour number 3, so get the phone ready. I don't know what. All right. So I go to this jazz show. I decided to go out. Our friend Phil was there. He's with his girlfriend. They go off and do their thing, and I Googled some things to do, and I'm a jazz fan, so I was like, I'll go see some local music. I go to this jazz theater, beautiful theater, great, perfect comedy theater, and they come out. Kevin Eubanks is in the band.
Get the hell out of here.
Kevin Eubanks, the Tonight Show band leader.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this, though. I guess it's dumb of me. I just know him as from, like, the Jay Leno sidekick, dumb,
Me too.
like a dynamo guitar player. He's one of the best guitar players in the world.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Unbelievable. This jazz band, Dave Holland Prism. And this guy, Dave Holland's one of the great jazz bass players. He played with Miles Davis. This band is unbelievable. It's stunning. I took some video of it. Best live act I've ever seen in my life. It was
Wow.
crazy. It's just me and these Norwegian audiences. No one's texting. No one's videoing. Everyone's just there, polite, listening. I'm like, I'm looking around. I'm like, this amazing thing. I had this weird moment, this spiritual moment. I was by myself, and it was my sobriety and the thing, and I'm watching the show, and the band is so good, and I was thinking, we're all going to die and have our own funerals and have these, but we're all here in this moment together. This artist is giving to us. It was like this beautiful thing. I cried a little bit.
Wow, a lot of crying.
A lot of crying.
I Ching.
Yeah, a lot of I Ching, and great band. And Kevin Eubanks. I leave the show. The show's great. I walk into this bar next door. It's called O'Leary's, and it's like a Red Sox sticker. So I was like, what is this place all about? I get close to look. It's a Boston-themed bar.
How
I'm from
perfect.
Boston. It's the best Boston bar I've ever been to, and I grew up in Boston.
Wow, weird.
3 floors, wall to wall, fucking memorabilia, autographs, the games, everything.
Wow.
And I'm talking to all these Norwegian people. They just think of Boston as just America. This is just an American-themed restaurant to them. So I'm like, I'm from Boston.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? We don't know. Do you want the seat? I don't.
Right.
Because you think about it, if you went to like a Norwegian bar, it
Yeah.
might be a Lillehammer themed bar, but you would just look at it as Norway.
Right.
Like, oh, this is Norwegian.
Oh, I see.
They don't
I
know what the
see.
fuck Boston is.
So you're just a guy walking in going, I'm from Boston.
Yeah,
This is
and
my
they're
home."
like, and I'm like, is the owner here? Is someone here? They're
Right.
like, owner? No, what? Do you want to say? And everyone there is Norwegian. They have no idea that they're even in a
Right.
Boston themed bar. They're just at a bar.
It'd be like if you were Chilean and you walked into a Chili's. Hey, I'm here, baby. I'm at Chili's. I don't know if that works completely, but it's funny.
It's a different spelling.
Ah, damn it.
So, but maybe Chipotle, Mexico?
Maybe.
I
There you
don't
go.
know.
Yeah.
Or Aztec. That's like an Aztec. There's an Aztec.
Qdoba.
Yeah, Qdoba maybe.
I think that's something.
No. Chipotle. They have little Aztec guys.
Oh,
it's
that's
decorated.
true. Yeah,
it's
but
weird,
I
right?
think the Aztecs are done, though. They're wiped out.
Oh, they've been gone for years. But they had a
Okay.
calendar. Were they the calendar?
Might have been the Incas. Yeah, the Incas, the Aztecs. Who knows what's
You're
what?
thinking of- well, who were the douches with the calendar? Mayans.
Mayans. Yes,
Mayans.
the Mayans. There's
Inca.
those three.
That's a something
Inca
about
Dinka.
pens. I
Inca
think.
Dinka.
Oh, boy.
It's like the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria over here.
Right. Columbus was a bit of a rapist. I read.
That's the rumor.
Yeah.
I read a blog about it.
Bad guy.
Yeah, I think a rapist and a racist.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I don't even think you call them racist then. Back then, they
That's
thought
true.
they were.
That's true.
They would saw it like it was a problem.
Isn't
Anyway.
that annoying when people try to drum that up? Hey, he was a real racist. Well, it was 30,000 years ago, all right? Give him a break.
Yeah. So,
was the
anyways,
norm.
where was I? Boston bar. That was
Boston theme bar,
exciting.
Chili's.
Oh, then I left there, and I was solicited some sex by an African. Oh, she wasn't African American. She was African Norwegian.
Yeah,
I
right.
guess. And she was like, "Me follow you home for a good time." I don't know why I made her Asian.
She was
That weird.
Asian, yeah.
Yeah, she was Asian,
Interesting.
black, Norwegian American.
How big are we talking?
She was big. She looked like she was muscular. She looked like an inside linebacker.
Like Refrigerator Perry?
Yeah, it looked like her lips had muscles. She was like
Ooh.
big, and
Well, they probably do with all that sucking.
she was a strong gal.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, thanks. And then I paused to like take in the moment. Like I was like, this is crazy. It was like the King's Castle was right there, and the Boston Bar and the Jazz, and I was crying again. And she walked over. She's like, "You changed your mind?" And I was like, "Oh no, I'm just taking it in." She's like, "You want to take me in?" Or they kept being like one of those. I was like, "No,
right.
I don't want. Get out of here."
It's like a bad sitcom.
yeah, I was like, "I don't
Yeah.
have the cronies. Get out of here."
Right. You don't have cojones? Cronies! Yeah. And then you
And
do
she's
that
like,
thing.
"You want to deal with my cronies?" And then 4 guys came out with
Right.
muscles.
There you go. Yeah.
I want to do which thing now?
Well, it's like that thing on the sitcom where they're like the guy's handing the woman money to make change, and they're like, "You're going to jail, buddy," because that's a prostitute.
Yeah. That's what I was worried about. And I'm already crying, and you're gonna be crying big time when you get to Norwegian jail where we cane you.
Right. Yeah.
And
You're like, read my lips. And she's like, you want my lips? Yeah, we can do this all night.
um,
Well, we're running out of time. I got to get this AOL story out.
oh yeah, please,
I mean,
Jesus
what,
Christ!
You got more?
No, I'm out. But
Come on.
but this is when I was on the toilet. I was telling you about the meal and the whale and,
Right.
and all the stuff, and then you've laid this one on me, but I didn't get to hear the story yet.
Oh, boy. Buckle up again.
Yeah, I'm buckled.
All right. It's a little bit of setup, but I'll blow through this.
No, take your time.
A blowhole right through this butthole.
Yeah.
All right. So I got hired to be the host of AOL Live. I auditioned. I killed the audition. It went well. I got hired. Crazy money. This is like a real job. It was like a big break. My manager was super excited. Agents like, oh my God, we're doing it. You're becoming a thing. So it's a 2-week gig. I have to go in and do all this prep work, like do some man on the street, get some stuff on video. I help write sketch. I'm writing jokes. I'm punching up. I'm meeting the staff. I'm in an office 9 to 5 every day. I haven't done that in years. So it was, good employees. Everybody's a lot of fun. It's a good atmosphere. And then next week, starting Monday, was AOL Live from 12 to 1. I was going to be on live hosting in a suit with a studio audience, a band, and like
You're kidding.
costume contest. There's tons of money thrown at this. They're trying to become like a thing.
What is it? Is it the website? It's not a TV channel.
No, it's a
AOL
website,
Live?
but they're trying to become like a Hulu,
Wow. Okay.
like be a real network.
right.
So this is like their launching pad. Like look what we can do.
Oh, I didn't realize how big a deal the gig was.
Big gig.
Oh, when you said it, I thought it was like a blurb, like a AOL.com, and it's you for 20 seconds. I didn't know it was a
No,
show.
it was an hour-long show every day.
Oh, I would have been way happier for you.
No, I mean it was work. Like it was not fun a lot of
No,
the times.
I feel like I was a dismissive friend. I was like, oh, good for you.
I'm used to it.
I thought it was that hurts my feelings.
I was joking.
I thought it was like a thing. I thought it was like a
no.
little 30-second spot. I was like, hey, good for
Oh
you.
no, this was like a real job.
All right, so get back to it.
But it was ruining my life. I had no sleep. I would do shows at night. You get home at 2 a.m. Then you got to wake up at 7. It was brutal.
Right. Okay. Hit me with
So
it.
yeah, so Monday rolls around. This is it. The whole week we prepped. We're ready to go. We got segments. We got plugs. We got things to throw to, packages, whatever. So I'm hosting this show. We got a drag queen as my sidekick. She's great. She's funny. Got a studio audience. We do a costume contest. We have judges. It's like American Idol. And I was killing. I'm just like, every costume you get to riff on. And you can be as mean as you want. And they're like, be edgy. They kept telling me, be edgy. We want to,
Yeah.
start some rumors here.
They think they want edgy.
They do. So I'm making fun of the judges. Everybody's having a good time. Da-da-da-da-da. Eventually, 45 minutes in, everything's going great. A lot of horrible jokes. I made some Jew jokes, some gay jokes. I said jizz, and that was the only time they were like, dial it back a bit.
Right.
And I was like, all right, sorry.
People are off put by jizz.
They don't like jizz.
No.
It's a funny word.
I love it.
Yeah. So,
I love the word.
yeah, you're
I
not
hate,
drinking it.
I hate jizz, yeah.
Right. Is there anything worse than a stranger's jizz, by the way? Can you think of a more appalling liquid?
I got to tell you, booger is way up there.
All right, I can see it. But I've been hit with a booger. Never been hit with jizz.
Well, that's good. You're living life properly, my friend.
Yeah, I guess so.
You get hit with jizz, you're,
Yeah, you're in a bad way.
Yeah.
All right, so everything's going great. I'm hosting my brains out here. And by the way, the jizzy line was a girl was dressed up as Snow White, and I said, "Yowza, smoking hot." And I said, "Yowza, I'm the 8th dwarf Jizzy," and that was my joke.
Loved it.
Thank you. I was very proud of it.
Yeah.
But that was the one where he was like, ugh. It's terrifying because like it's my first time and it's live. First time hosting a show and it's live to the whole world. I mean, no one's watching, but it's live.
Right.
And it's just cameramen, guys in headsets, guys with big whiteboards going like, "Do this now, do this." This guy didn't show up, so go to that. So I'm constantly trying to act cool, like, yeah, all right, here, we're going to go to this now. All right.
You're like Billy Crystal.
Yeah, exactly. And this guy's just behind the camera, like, making noises at me, like hand movements. And I'm just like, yeah, all right. So, and so I'm trying to keep it together, trying to be funny at the same time. I'm sweating. It's brutal. I'm wearing a suit, a tuxedo. So this one
Suit
girl.
and a tuxedo.
Yeah, I was very hot. So this one girl comes up. She was an African princess, super hot black chick, gorgeous, like the whole thing, headdress, everything. And I was like, "Wow, you look amazing." Joke here, joke there. And then she goes off, and walking on is Catwoman, like a sexy Catwoman with a whip. And I go, "Hey, watch that whip around the African," because she like cracked the whip.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was the line. And it killed. The audience loved it. It was all in good taste. And so then we wrapped up the costume contest. they're like, all right, go back to makeup, put the drag queen thing on. I had to go and drag and do a joke and drag. And so I'm like getting the makeup on. They're filming me get the makeup on. I'm making jokes about that. Huge eyelashes, like silly makeup, like big black eyeliner all the way around my face. Wig, dress, high heels, red ruby lipstick, mascara, the cheeks.
Oh,
and this guy comes in. He goes, can you guys give me a moment? I got to talk to Mark for a second. So I, turn, pucker lips, eyelashes batting. And I was like, hey, what's going on? Where's everybody going? I watch everybody leave the room. I'm like, what, am I in trouble? And the guy goes, yeah, I hate to do this. I was like, what? I got to be on in 4 minutes. Let's get to it. And he's like, yeah, we got to let you go. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? What's going on? I'm sitting in a director's chair. I got the makeup mirror with all the light bulbs in front of me, wearing a full drag outfit. I'm like, yeah, really? And he's like, yeah, we're going to have to let you go. And I'm like, you realize how crazy this is, right? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you're firing me. This is the most humiliating moment of my life. I'm in a dress, full makeup. So he's like, yeah, sorry, the line was too much. I almost got fired, so it was either me or you. I had to let you go. And I was like, all right, well,
Oh my God.
I understand. And he's like, yeah, so, just collect your stuff, and I guess if you want to get out of here. And I was like, all right. So I took the dress off, put my jeans back on. I washed my face a little. It didn't come off all the way.
Jesus.
Yeah. I went home with the makeup on.
Wow.
That was it.
That's crazy. But you must have got a big chunk of money. You got the story, at least.
Got the story, got the money. Yeah, they paid me for the full week, so I'm getting paid right now.
That's great.
Yeah.
But this is what I said to you over the phone. It's better for you. You don't want to be working for some corporation, some corporate schlub pitching some bullshit.
That's true. And I watched the show today with the new host, and I was like, ugh. Is this what I was on?
Yeah,
it's cheesy, and let me just say this: like the whole show, it was a sexy costume They're making girls do jumping jacks, turn around, they're in bikinis and stuff. It's like that is so much more degrading than the joke I said. You're degrading women and like making them dance. Like we had you guys are both equally as hot. You got to do a dance off. They're like twerking and stuff, and the judge is like, I don't know, you got big thighs, and it's like that's okay.
Yeah,
but the racial joke,
they're animals, and they're dumbing down the fucking country, and they're fucking taking women down a peg, and then you make an innocuous joke to a real thing that happened. That we're gonna laugh about these things,
Yeah, I know.
No one's offended.
It's a thing that ended years ago that I had nothing to do with. That I'm not promoting it.
Right.
I wasn't like, woo, slavery, we got to bring that back.
Yeah.
And I was saying, hey, these two things go together: African whip.
Yeah. By the way, how about go put on an FM radio right now for the 44th year in a row? You can hear Brown Sugar. Fucking how come you taste so good?
Yeah.
Hear him whip the women just around midnight. It's about fucking slaves.
Wow. Is that right?
Yeah.
I never knew
Brown
that.
Sugar, how come you taste so good? Brown Sugar just like a black girl should.
Wow. Well,
Hear him whip the women is the chorus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I had a nice shining moment. I know we got to get out of here, but my manager called me because he got the news, and he's chewing me out on the phone. And I felt like a real showbiz guy because it felt very classic vaudeville. Like, what the hell are you doing, Johnny? You can't say shit like that on national television. And I just snapped back. I was like, I'm a fucking comic. They told me to be edgy. I went edgy. What do you want from me? Get the hell off my hand. I hung up.
Yeah, it's a joke, and that's what happens when you get. This has been happening since the existence of comedy. You get a comedian on live, stuff like that's going to happen.
Right.
That's what it is. Lenny Bruce, Bill Hicks, Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
It happens. Martin Lawrence, of course, the famous one. Like, if you give the comics a live fucking thing, someone's going to get offended. That's why stand-up comedy is so great. That's where we can do it.
Yes, it's
and that's
the only
why
place.
You try to put them in other places. It happened to Gilbert Gottfried with the Aflac horse shit.
Right.
You got to be in a club.
You got to do it. That's the only place, I guess. But
so
it's
fuck
a
them. I'm proud of you.
Oh,
I think
that means a lot to
That's
me.
great.
Thanks.
To me, that means getting fired for that gig is more exciting and better and cooler than having the gig.
Well, that means a lot. I mean, it sucks getting fired no matter what it is.
Right.
I'm sure even like if a Nazi got fired, you'd be like, this is a little rough.
Right.
So like, it sucks getting fired, but it shakes you up a little bit. But
if you got fired for not being funny, you have a problem.
Yes.
You got fired for being too funny.
Hey, boy.
You know?
You heard it here first, folks. You don't know what that means to me. That's very nice.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm proud of you.
Well, I'll probably get sued by them after this podcast, so we'll see what happens.
No, fuck them. We have good lawyers here at the podcast.
That's
true.
We
got 300 million listeners here, so
there you go.
Every single person in the country is listening to this podcast.
Yes, call in
Um,
and tell us what you think.
Boy, well, that's a hell of a tale. We had Norway. We got fired. It was a big week for us.
Big week, yeah.
And
Highs and lows.
once again, thanks for listening, and please keep listening. And if you're listening and enjoying the show, tell some friends about it, because we would like this to be like a grassroots sort of movement here.
Yes, definitely. And tweet in, and we gotta give a shout out to Stand Up New York, one of the best clubs in New York and in the country, probably.
Yeah. You can see us both here pretty regularly. Here, several times a month. And I think that I might try to record my CD here. I love this room. There's a new space upstairs here that we're recording the podcast in, and they're doing amazing things here at Stand Up New York, Stand Up Labs.
Yes.
Listen to the other shows on the network.
Yes, follow them on
club.
Twitter.
And they're a bunch of great young Jewish chaps over here, and they're just wonderful people.
Yeah, there's about 13 mezuzahs on the doors out there. We get it, guys. We get it.
Frankly, it's a little heavy on the Jew, but it's a great place, and they're doing amazing things. You should see the setup in here. We're going to do a live show soon. We're going to have people come in. Seats about 40 or 50 people. Am I fired for the Jew stuff? All right, because I was just kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. I mean, there's a lot of Jews.
Well, you're in a club, so you can say it.
Yeah, we're in a club. I'm on stage, really.
Yeah, but I mean,
there's a piano in here. They're painting it. There's a great movement happening up here in the Upper West Side. Like, it feels like a movement, and we're proud to be on the cutting edge, the inner circle.
Proud to be a part of it.
Whatever the fuck it is.
On the team.
Yeah, the team.
Yeah, I mean,
team is the word I was looking for.
Glad to be here. Yeah, and if you're visiting New York or if you live in New York, come to this club. They handpick. They know what they're doing here.
Great show.
Always a hot show, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, tweet at us at Tuesday Stories on Twitter, and then Tuesdays with Stories at Gmail.
There it is.
Then if you have something negative, just keep that to yourself if you don't mind.
Please.
We're very sensitive. I cry a lot in Norway, and
we know that.
Anyways, we love you, and thanks for listening. At Mark Norm, at Joe List Comedy, at Tuesday Stories, and please tell a friend or two, and thank you for listening. We love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.